get it. I get it. Let's get this. Good evening, and welcome back to another edition of the MyT Sports Podcast. I am your host, the one and only Talon. Wait. What's the nickname? It's a new year. Hold on. The new nickname is Talon. New Year. Save the beer. Taylor. This is another episode of MyT Sports Podcast. It's another Fuego day in the hottest city in the world. Even though, I ain't gonna lie, this is probably the second, maybe third time I think I can say it's not the most Fuego city in the world today. Current temperatures right now is about 64 degrees. I know to some of you just like thinking LT. It's 64 degrees. I know you're not over here complaining about 64 degrees. Like, that's similar to that Dave Chappelle movie when he goes in there for smoking weed. It's like, you here for some marijuana? Man, boo this, man. Like, you over here talking about you're not the hottest city in the world because of 65 degrees. Hey, sorry, most Fuego city in the world. But yo, we still outside, as you can see. We still in short sleeves, as you can see. We still in shorts, as you can see. You know what I mean? Like, so it's still how we get. We got a big show for you guys today. It's officially January 11th. It's 2023. This is Volume 8, Episode 48, Track 502 of the MyT Sports Podcast, which means that if you weren't here last week to catch the show live, then you just missed out. We got a big show coming up for you guys. We got the firing up the Cardinals head coach. We're gonna talk about that. Of course, we got a Blue Chew promo code for you as well. We're gonna talk about some. What's going on, Pimpin?
Somebody.
I'm good. We got
10:37.
10:37. Right, we're gonna talk about some fandoms out here. We're gonna talk about some fake fans. We're gonna ruffle some feathers today. We may ruffle some feathers today. I got my AFC predictions ready for you guys. I told you on Friday. I told you on Monday, actually, I was going to have that ready for you. Okay, I got to give you guys an update. Because you guys always know, I always manage to have some kind of sporting event on right when I'm doing this. Over here, I think I got Milwaukee and Atlanta, right? But nobody cares about that. I'm trying to get that going. I know. You can get this one. Nope. All right, let's see. Well, we're going to try to see if we can get ourselves connected over there one last time. Tomlin and his 100% accuracy. I can see what's going on. We got the birthday shout-outs coming up at the top of the podcast. I'm not going to tell you what our MyT topic is today, but our MyT topic is going to be a good one. We're going to want to stick them off of that right after the birthday shout-outs. I'm going to talk about association earlier today. We got trivia, obviously. You already heard it. You already heard the 37. Damn right. Wild card. Again, we're gonna goals picks coming up next. I think you guys are ready over here. Regardless of the time. Okay, I know what's going on. Regardless of the weather, it's always a blast on a MyT Sports Podcast. Coach,
you play to win the game. Hello?
That's it. That's our credo. That's our nindo. That is one of our ninja ways. Yeah, listen, I have two very strong ninja ways, right? And that's the podcast ninja way. You know what? Let's straighten that. That's the podcast ninja way. That's the podcast ninja.
You play to win the game. Hello?
But the MyT nindo, the nindo that comes from my alma mater, which is the Nindo School. I don't make rules. I just try until they piss me off, like everybody else. Right? So you know what? Let's get into a good portion of the podcast. Knicks currently right now 109 to 112 in a game where they were leading by 20 at one point in time. Sound familiar, Knicks? We'll talk about that right after we get into our MyT topic of the day. So we're gonna get into our MyT topic. We're gonna do a little bit of Knicks talk. Right, we're gonna stay in New York. We're gonna talk about the Brooklyn Nets, and then we'll get into our fandom, and that's probably gonna take us right into trivia. Trivia may even come a little before that. So you guys buckle in, you guys get ready, and listen. On my sweater already, mom spaghetti. Listen. You got to be out in these streets to be able to be out here like this today. Like the temperature ain't the best. I ain't saying it's cold. Again, don't misconstrue my words, right? I'm not saying it's cold. I'm just saying it could be better, right? But it's nice. By the time I work up a sweat, by the time we start going here and show, right? You know how that goes. Let's get these birthday shout outs out the way. That way we can get into the sports. We can get into the sports right after that. We still ain't into the sports after that. But let's get the birthday shout outs out the way so we can get closer to the sports. Hey, yo, DJ MyT, play that birthday song for me that I like. Okay, next up, I think, because it's your birthday. We said it's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Because it's your birthday. Sing happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. In case you guys don't know by now, what we like to do here on the MyT Sports Podcast is that we give a little birthday shout out to everybody that had a birthday since the last time that we was on the air. Last time we happened to be on the air was on Monday. So we're covering all birthdays from January 10th and January 11th. I don't know what happened 9 months ago, but nobody that I know was born on the 10th. So we got no birthday shout outs for the 10th. So every single birthday shout out that we have today is live. Every single birthday we got for today is happening right now as we speak. You are officially entered the Matrix. Hey yo, let them know. I'm sharp today. So I'm doing some maintenance over the weekend. We'll have to see what we do for Monday's show, right? Because that's Martin Luther King Day. I'll be home all day. So I don't know if I'm gonna prepare myself for the podcast for right after the Knicks matinee, or if we'll do it at our regular time. Not quite sure yet. We'll keep you guys posted. I'm leaning towards after the Knicks matinee. That way we got some Knicks to talk about, and we'll go into the rest. We'll get into Monday Night Football. Maybe I try to do it for the Knicks matinee. We'll see. We will see. Don't hold me to any promises, right? So now that you guys have had the opportunity to go ahead and start cheering me, anybody that you got knows, so you guys know, right? This segment is a group participation, right? It's a group event. New York Knicks are up by 6 with 6 seconds to go. You know what? Hold on. Sorry. I'm gonna bring this closer. I'm putting this right here. I'm putting this right in front of my face. New York Knicks are up by 6 currently right now. What's going on? Right, New York Knicks are currently up by. Let's bring you down a little bit so you get less TV and more me. Keep it right there. Less TV and more me. Let's see, Knicks currently up right now. That's it. Game's over. Knicks beat Indianapolis Pacers 119 to 113. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Jalen Brunson leads off, scores 34 points, straight night in a row. He scores over 30 points to beat the Knicks. Let's continue to roll out. As you guys may know, right here in this MyT Sports Podcast, what we like to do is that I like you guys to go ahead. The Wolves is up about the winning 114 to 105. Right? As you guys may know, like you start dropping these birthday shots, these birthday names. Had a birthday yesterday. Anybody had a birthday today? Right? Anybody had a good last couple days. You drop their names, you hit their names, you you put their names in my comments. And if I don't get them in the segment right now, we'll make sure to still give them a birthday shout out throughout the podcast. Don't you also forget that the phone lines are open. The phone lines are open to the show. Remember, there are 3 ways to call into the show. 4 ways to call into the show. You got the highly exclusive MyT line. Right? Not too many people got that. You have my phone number. A little less exclusive. Ironic. Right? Those are 2 to 4 ways to call into the podcast. If you're watching on Instagram, call into Instagram as well. That's one way to call into the podcast. Lastly, if you have the Podbean app, call into the Podbean app. You can also join the podcast with the Podbean app as well. Those are 4 ways for you to call into the show. I'm trying to keep you guys out of it. Hold on, let's see something. Is this a better view? Look, that's a much better view. Much gooder. Trying to keep you out of the television. Because, that's the big problem over there. They don't want you to grab the television. No, that's perfect. Catch the Sharkey signs. And not so much TV. Still with a whole lot of me. Let's get back into it. So, no birthdays for yesterday. As I'm seeing everybody talk about. But I get it. You guys ain't nobody with a birthday for the last couple of days that I already have prepared for. Right, so we had no birthdays for yesterday. I mean, every birthday that we have is happening right now. Let's get these birthday shout outs out of the way, right? I want to give a birthday shout out to a podcast regular, right? Becoming a friend of the show, right? Say happy birthday to Nick Arena. I'm actually surprised Nick ain't here. I'm a fan of the show. Nick only pops up here at night. Get it? So I'm actually surprised to not see him here. I want to say happy birthday to you, Pip. But let's start things off that way. Then we got another birthday shout out, right? To one of my homegirls. Let's make sure we get this right so everybody understands, right? That you are one of the ones that have adopted this name. And that is damn Gina. I want to say happy birthday to my homegirl Gina Lopez. Happy birthday to you. I know that you dropped a hit single recently. Right? I think that the title of that hit single is Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken. Check it. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm about to look at Instagram feed over there. I'm about to replace you with something that's a little bit more reliable. No, I'm trying to get you out of it. I'm trying to keep you out of it. Alright, so let's bring them all in, right? We got Nick. We have Gina. Woo! Happy birthday. Hope you party hard. Hope you enjoy everything. You regret nothing. But more importantly, right, you get your weekend at Burning Zone once the weekend gets here. If you ain't doing it since past weekend, right? And you continue to stay MyT. Definitely big shout out to all of them. Big shout out, and big up to them. Big up to them as well, right? Don't want to leave that out there. You know what I just realized? I probably could have been watching the Knicks game this whole entire time, while also streaming live on Instagram. Yeah, I just realized that. I'm over here using 2 phones for no good goddamn reason. But see, now this phone has a wider lens. What's going on here? You already editing me? What the fuck is happening? Listen here. Chop suey motherfucker. I recorded a reel for some reason. It makes me why. I don't know why. I don't even know why I do what I do sometimes. All right, that's the best we can do. Nobody can tell what the hell that is. Nobody can tell what the hell that is. I can still see highlights from my Knicks game. Gucci. I just fucked up. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I kind of just fucked up. I should have never discovered what just happened a while ago. I should have never have figured this out. Because now what that means is not only do I not have any excuse to ever miss a game, right? Because I can always at least put one of them right here on. Okay, I never had a reason to miss a game anyway. That means because I can put it right here on the phone. But that also means that for you people on Instagram, you're probably gonna get a whole lot more eye contact than any other camera. Just letting you know that. Instagram's a behind the scenes camera too, but you guys are gonna get like, oh my, I'm like, yo, word. You know what I'm saying? Oh, bet that. Nah, I mean. But we gonna still be able to cover all these basics. Let's get into our MyT topic. Let's get into the first topic of the day.
MyT! MyT!
Topic of the day. What we like to do here, right? Every once in a while, let me pull up a seat. Right? We'll take up the MyT topic of the day. It's a beautiful day on the podcast. Beautiful day on MyT podcast. Oh, won't you be mine? Oh, won't you be my follower? Okay. So, what we like to do here on the MyT topic of the day is that we bring in a topic that is kind of outside of sports, that isn't in the general sports realm, but it's still just interesting for whatever reason, or it's important to currently what's going on. For 200 something days, you guys remember we talked about Brittany Griner every podcast. Part of me is delighted that we no longer have to talk about Brittany Griner. From one point because she's safe, and two because it gets a little redundant. Yeah, I can do about that. Right? It gets a little redundant more than anything else. So now we get a chance to bring in some of these other little quirky topics and quirky subjects here, but other subjects of matter. Today's a little quirky. If I haven't given away that hint already, today's a little quirky. And let's for a second bypass. What's going on? Where is it? I don't know where everybody's activity. Let's just for a second bypass whatever they may have done or whatever put them there, right? Can I tell you how impressed I am sometimes when you watch these videos of prison ingenuity? Now, let me tell you how we got here. Right? And then I'll tell you how we got here a little bit later. Let me tell you how this started. I know I'm not the only one that has been seeing these prison chef life hacks, right? And you've seen everything so far from cheesecake to burritos to pizza to wine. Like let me see. We've seen like funfetti cake made with Apple Jacks. Like you've seen them all, right? If you haven't seen them, these are some of the things I've seen. And it's always like now some of these things look disgusting. Like I'm like, you know what? Like I wouldn't try this in my highest of high states. like I don't, and I'm not just talking about me now. I'm talking about 16-year-old me wouldn't have gotten high enough to want to cook some of this. But there's some of them I'm like, you know what? I may have to add this to a quick meal prep right now. Let me let you know how I got back here. In the last week, I've noticed two stories of there being a drug bust in prison. I know you think like that's kind of normal, right? It was a drug bust that involved pigeons. Yes. So this is what got me back down this road is that one in Canada and one in Buffalo, right? Two different ones. One with a red backpack and another one with a gray satchel, right? And like I said, forget about whatever they may be in there for. I was just amazed that, wait a minute, these prisoners brought back the carrier pigeon system and they're using it to smuggle their drugs? Like, this takes the cake. Like, this takes any cheesecake they can make, any funfetti cake they can make. Like, this takes it all. Like, you're literally shipping your drugs in and out through pigeons. Now, I'm assuming that whatever happened last week must have started a chain reaction for other investigations or for other guards to be on the lookout. Because the fact that you get two pigeon stories, have you heard this? In Canada, they pigeons have drugs. Where on the other end, it's you were up by 17. You found a way to win. You close it out good, but then the Pacers. So, why I call them the Sharkey Pacers? Let me also inform you that the Indianapolis Pacers, one of the leading, if not number one team, but the leading scoring team in the fourth quarter. They are one of those teams, one of the leading fourth quarter scoring teams. What's up, Gina? Watching your Gina. Damn, Gina. Happy birthday. Gina's the homie, and she also has a cat named El Diablo that bit me during the game. I didn't speak. Here we are, drunk adults, young adults, and we're playing hide and seek and shit. Unbeknownst to me, I hide where the cat is hiding from all the drunk people. And I go in there, and I don't know if I was bit or if I was hit with the pity pat pat pat. But yo, all I know, I was like, hey, yo, something big man. Come running out, drunk as shit, my cock is hanging out, don't ask me what my dick was out. It was crazy, I'm joking. These are jokes, okay? The only time that ever happened was when I drank 2 Four Locos, and I got like crazy hot. I had to like sit outside with my clothes off, like to cool the fuck off. I was just sitting there, all baby, all up, like, hey, yo, fuck. And I ain't gonna lie, thought nothing of it. That's the spirit I don't realize about, but like, I was a wild one. Still him, like, I guess that was. I don't know if I'm willing to like be all. I don't know if I'm willing to allow myself to get so comfortable that I'm baby all butt naked drunk in the front of the house. Like, you know, let's see what happened here with this Milwaukee, with this game over here. It looked like the Memphis Grizzlies won that game. Alrighty, let's continue. Let's keep this thing up. Let's keep this thing. You guys to keep on rolling. Do we want to watch Phoenix, the 21-21 Phoenix Suns take on the 27-13 Nuggets, or the 10-8? I know this don't even sound right, but listen, man. You know what? I'm gonna watch the Houston game. I don't watch enough Sacramento or Houston, and both of those teams have really good young players. Now, Houston has to get their ish together. They're doing too much over dribbling, not enough easy passing to try to get easy buckets. Like, I don't understand them sometimes. I really don't. Let's continue to move on to the Knicks, right? Because this game against the Pacers tonight, like, even though they won, Tyler Halliburton was coming in here to bust our ass. Personally, he was trying to come in here and bust our ass. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's an ongoing beef that's been broken up between Tyler Halliburton and Wally Zerbiak. Wally Zerbiak went on the airways some time ago, and he said that Tyler Halliburton was a fake wannabe all-star. Well, ever since then, Tyler Halliburton has not only taken that personally, right? But ever since then, you know what happens when somebody in the New York market like that calls you out. It's going to force eyes to automatically come on you. And Smash, what's going on, man?
You good?
Yeah, it's good. Right, it's gonna force a lot of eyes to be drawn your way. And he took advantage of that. Because I'm gonna tell you why. He wasn't an all-star. And since he has now jumped up in the all-star voting. Now this isn't just because people are like, oh, Wally's hating. Let me go ahead and anti-Wally and Nick. It was that Tyler Halliburton actually started the game up after that. He admitted to it. And he even admitted to it. He's like, yo, I kind of took it personally. It's getting chilly out here. Where we at now? It's still at 64 degrees. I don't have a fan on today. This fan. I think every single last fan. So I do not need a fan today. Let's continue to roll up and roll out. On some more Knicks talk, that is. Right? So, it's kind of loud today. Make sure you can hear everything that I'm saying very easily. Let me bring it down a little bit. I feel like you're a little hot. I'm gonna bring it down just a tad. So Tyler Halliburton definitely came out to bust the Knicks ass today, and he was having a way with it. He was having a good game. He was having an okay game. And one of the things that most likely helped the Knicks, big part of their victory tonight, is the fact that Halliburton went down in the fourth quarter with a knee injury. I think somebody landed on his knee or whatever it was, and that happened to him. So this is one of those. Not only, hey, you know what? Let me take care of what I'm supposed to take care of from a basketball standpoint, right? But also, thank you to the basketball gods in a sense, right? Because the basketball gods kind of helped us secure this victory. As I said, Jalen Brunson again leading scorer for the Knicks with 44 points. I'm kind of curious to see where this All-Star voting is going to go when it comes to Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle, where Julius Randle is kind of starting to look like the Julius Randle from 2 years ago. We'll talk about Julius Randle probably a little bit more on Friday, because we've talked about him already. We pointed out the improvements in his game from last year to this year, right? And we've talked about a lot of causes to that. We may have to remind you guys on Friday, because again, like 2 years ago, his play is making him all-star worthy. Now, are you gonna catch me saying this year, hey, if they're doing this with the Knicks, like if Julius Randle is doing this with the Knicks, then he should be at least in MVP conversations? No, you're not gonna hear me say that about Julius Randle, but you will hear me say that about Jalen Brunson. I will end up saying that about Jalen Brunson at some point in time this year if Jalen Brunson keeps putting up these kind of numbers, because you can't talk about Jalen Brunson. You can't talk bad about him. You can't talk bad about Jalen Brunson. All right, you can't throw dirt on his name. You can't doubt the millions. We'll get into both of those guys. We'll get into Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson on Friday. Right? Just be happy right now that the Knicks are doing what they're supposed to be doing, right? And that's, you know what? Beat the bad teams. Stop. It's rough because you're giving up 17-point leads, you're giving up 20-point leads, right? That makes things difficult to swallow. But let's put it a little bit in reality. Is that it's blowing a 20-point lead to Milwaukee, and Milwaukee, when they're down to a team like us, they should be saying themselves, nah, we could come back and win this. But definitely making sure that you close out the game against Indy, because I'm gonna let you know right now. Thank you very much, appreciate you guys. Y'all want to believe in it? Be safe. Always, thank you. If they had dropped this game, I would have been a whole lot more upset. So that's why I said that they're just not doing this. Hold on 1 second. It's the only time I'll answer the phone on air. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, man.
What's up? Well, I'm live on air right now. I'm live on air right now. I'm currently recording. What's going on? How may I help you?
I was checking to see if I got to you.
Nothing I know of.
Oh, okay. So he called and I told him you were up there. So he's like coming up there.
Okay, alrighty,
Alright. Okay, right.
bye.
You might have told me.
Hey,
Yeah?
my calls.
You might have?
My nephew's coming up here.
Oh.
So for the do I even have my key on me? Shit. I don't have my key. You got to chill here with me. Oh, God. Or I'm going to tell him to go get the garage. The garage opener. He has to do something now. We'll see. All right, so that probably would have been a whole lot worse. I would have been, like I said, let me backtrack. So that's the reason why I started out by saying the Knicks just aren't winning games, aren't finishing games off pretty enough, right? Or where you could swallow it easy. They're winning the games. They're winning enough percentage of the games that they should be winning. It's just that it's constantly blowing up leads. You know it's going to be problematic, right? Not only if you're talking about making it to the postseason, but also after January 24th. We discussed this already. The New York Knicks have a cakewalk, right? Have a fluffy schedule until about the 24th of January. And then after that, danger zone, danger zone, danger zone, danger zone, danger zone, danger zone, danger zone.
Oh, baby!
Easy win in there somewhere, and then danger zone, danger zone, danger zone, danger zone, danger zone. And you know what I want?
I want winners.
But I'm sorry, every other game, danger zone, danger zone. So right now, this blowing up leads is going to have to stop sooner than later, because the Knicks currently right now are 22-19. They're only 3 games above 500. We're talking about going through a span where you can honestly lose 10 out of 13 games. That's coming up. And if you're up by 16, 17 points and you can't close out the game, up by 8 points and you can't close out the game, we're going to have a whole lot more disappointing nights coming up in the future. February, Valentine's Day, heartbreak. You understand? Cinco de Mayo, no bueno. Right? St. Patrick's Day, our luck is going to run out. That's how things are going to be looking for us. All we're going to have is maid showers, no flowers for us, if we don't get our stuff together. So, we should all feel satisfied by tonight's victory. Just satisfied that we came in with the W. Understand that harder times are coming. And the problem that you've seen from these last 2 games is going to turn into an avalanche by the time we're talking about February, March, and April, if they don't learn to close out games better. We got RJ Barrett back tonight. He just recently got the stitches off of his lacerated thumb. So he's going to be working himself back into a groove. Expect struggles from him. We've seen this every single time he goes out, has to come back, and he's going to struggle. I actually thought he wasn't playing tonight, and then I heard his name called too many times. I was like, oh, wait a minute, he's in there. But there goes your Nick report, right? Like, there goes your Nick report as we talk about my New York Knicks. Let's talk about my other team, the other team in New York that's kind of near and dear to my heart, right? And this one is just special because this is my home borough, and you know what I mean. Ain't no better planet, city, state, continent, country, galaxy than Brooklyn. You guys know how I feel about them, and they're going through their ups and downs right now as we speak as well. They're currently sitting with a record of 27-13, and they are ironically almost exactly in the same position this year than they were last year, and I do mean exactly the same position. All the highs, all the lows. Second place in the East. Yes, they're that. Give it to me. Second best team in the Atlantic Division. That also goes to show you who's the best team, right? Record of 27-13. Kyrie Irving, one of the leading scorers in the fourth quarter. Kyrie Irving, one of the top 15 scorers in the league. Kevin Durant, one of the top 15 scorers in the league. And Kevin Durant also out injured with a knee injury, MCL.
You have failed this city.
That's how Kevin Durant felt last year. Remember? When, and this is what I say, like this is really exactly the same. I'm gonna tell you how that ties in. Last year, the Brooklyn Nets were sitting in second place. Last year, they had the second best record in the Atlantic Division, second best record in the conference. Looking like a bona fide problem in the playoffs. Bona fide championship contender. Then Kevin Durant goes down injured. Then it's just the Kyrie Irving show. And we know that Kyrie Irving as a solo play without another running mate is wins at about a 40% clip. I'm not going to take shots at him. I'm just going to give you exactly what he is. He wins at about a 40% clip when he's not attached to an individual name, Kevin Durant or LeBron James, or organizations like the Boston Celtics. Right? So it was during this time last year when Kevin Durant got injured that the Brooklyn Nets fell literally out the playoffs. And it got so bad for them that this is when Kevin Durant looked at the organization and was like, I don't think you guys know what you're doing. I want out of here. Trade me. That was his first trade request. Let's fast forward to a couple of events. Kyrie Irving take a big blunt of the blame for their loss. Let's see what ends up happening between there. He wants to get re-signed. Then he makes what's called anti-Semitic comments. Right, he loses his Nike deal, all other stuff. Season starts kind of quiet. Right, Kyrie Irving's not there for the beginning portion of the season. The Brooklyn Nets are playing. Right, Kevin Durant, he's trying to help bring this team back. Yo, this team all of a sudden going to be a playoff contending team or a championship contending because I have all this. Because I'm on this team. Look what I have. Look who's playing with me. Because Ben Simmons wasn't playing. Kyrie Irving was playing. Nobody was playing. Kyrie Irving finally comes back. Ben Simmons starts to get his act together. Next year, the team starts to gel. They are now gelling to the point where they no longer talk bad about Kyrie Irving. You've kind of forgotten them. Actually, they've been forgotten about so much that they don't get talked about. That's the crazy thing. Right? But now we get back to Kevin Durant having that MCL injury in almost the same position. So now you wonder. What's going on, Pippin? Is it your birthday today? No. Is that your birthday today?
Nigga.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Hold on, man. Birthday boy was popping. Happy birthday. All day. I was surprised. I was like, yo, it's his birthday. He was slide through here? Hey, for one drink? Want a beer?
I'll take it.
All right. Let him know that you got a beer on my tab. Oh shit! That was late. All of your liquors is now just hitting me. Yo!
No, I'm like, what's up? You're like, that was late. You caught the wave?
Yeah, all that shit just hit me. It cut through the cologne. Like the cologne was here first. It cut through the cologne and it caught me.
I rubbed off. I put it up on it.
It's like, damn. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
It was his birthday today. So, now I'm kind of curious about is all of these questions that now just kind of come back again this year. Be able to persevere and hold on without Kevin Durant being there. Kevin Durant is going to be out for weeks. Let me get back. Let me rephrase this to you. Kevin Durant is scheduled to be evaluated in 2 weeks on status. That's not saying, hey, I'm healthy. That's not saying my leg is healed. None of that. All that's saying is that, hey, you have an MCL strain. That's nothing more than a strain. We're going to go ahead and check you out in 2 weeks to see how stable you are. And if you're Kevin Durant, if you're the Nets, you're the organization or athlete, we know they're not going to play around with this at all. This is not going to be one of those injuries that they're going to take lightly. Kevin Durant's already gone through this too many times. We're talking about now in Golden State. What's this? Twice in before now, twice in Brooklyn. Now this time, at least Kevin Durant is at a point of where you may not be able to rely on him anymore. He may be getting to that portion of his career. He's gotten to that portion of his career where you may start calling him prone due to age, longevity, and wear and tear. It may not even just be like, oh, he's injury prone because he can't stay healthy. He's just no. He's getting to that point. You know what? His body type, his frame, the stability of his ligaments, his bones, his joints. How many times he's gone up and down and gone through these injuries?
Really?
Like, and also added to his age. Like all of these things now start becoming a factor. And you have to start looking at Kevin Durant the way that you look at almost any other athlete, right? You can't surpass and be like, oh, he's Kevin Durant. No, Kevin Durant is still gonna look like everybody else that gets injuries. He's still gonna get injuries on a consistent basis. This is basically 3 years in a row we're talking about here. Now what's gonna happen when if the Brooklyn Nets start to pummel again? If the Brooklyn Nets start to fall like they did last year, and they start to fall out of contention, is Kevin Durant going to do the same thing? He's going to start asking for a trade again. Can Kyrie Irving, with the help of hopefully Ben Simmons, keep this ish together long enough for Kevin Durant to come back? Like all of these things are going to have to matter. Also, I wonder how long before the media turns on Kyrie Irving and bless you.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
all of these questions are going to start because now, again, there's a distraction, right? There's a story outside of basketball in a way that they can now start implanting back into the seeds of Brooklyn Nets narrative. So how long before they start taking those shots? Because I told you, after Kyrie came back and Brooklyn started playing well, they didn't even talk about Brooklyn. Brooklyn went on a 10-game, 11-game, 12-game winning streak. They didn't start talking about them until they got to like 10 games in it. Hey, Brooklyn, that's a streak in 10 games. It was damn near a parade when the Knicks had a 6-game winning streak. So we're going to see. Keep an eye out for all of this. Keep an eye out for all of this. We're going to keep an eye out what's going on. We're going to keep an eye out for the Nets record. We're going to see if they can hold on. We know Kyrie Irving is going to put up the points. Can he start being a leader to help lead his teams to victory? Because that's the missing piece of Kyrie. Kyrie Irving is a walking bucket. He's more than a walking bucket. He's an automatic bucket. Like you understand, it is known, it is folklore that when Kyrie Irving was born, like he was born for basketball in his hand. Like it is said that this is what happened. Like he can do this in his sleep. And it's also, rumor also says that Kyrie Irving actually scores buckets in his sleep. They talk about Kyrie Irving's bucket scoring the way they talk about Chuck Norris. Okay, I'm just letting you know this right now. But can he lead? And that's the problem. Can he lead? Because he's gonna have to lead this team to start to hold up until Kevin Durant comes back. And if he can't do that the negative narratives that loom around the Brooklyn Nets are going to resurface again. Which I'm gonna let you guys know. You're gonna start hearing me call out a lot of people if this happens. I've told you guys years ago. There's only so long you can pick on this Brooklyn Nets team before you start making the whole borough of Brooklyn get defensive and start rebelling against everybody else. I'm telling you right now, Brooklyn Nets fans are tired of the shots against Kyrie. Brooklyn Nets fans are tired of the shots against Kevin Durant. They're tired. They're tired of the underexposure when their team goes on streaks. They're tired of the overexposure for one little loss. But it's gonna. Even I can't run from the fact that if this team can't hold up, where else do you look at? I think most individuals have faith now in the current coach that they have. So if you start to have faith in the coach, then you start putting on the players, and that means Ben Simmons and Kyrie. Ben Simmons. It's okay. I didn't even start yet. I didn't even start yet. I was waiting for you.
You're like,
Nah, I just said I'll talk. Why didn't even start until you get here? So we're gonna wait, and we're gonna see how long, or what? Not just how long, because I don't want to say, I don't want to put the negative, all the negative outlooks already. I just want to see what happens with this Brooklyn Nets team when there's no more Kevin Durant for an extended period of time. Last year they didn't quite have Ben Simmons on the court. At this time last year, they had James Harden who wanted to leave and go to Philly because that's what. So like, I'll try this out. You know what? Shorty, for us, I'm going real quick. You know what I mean? It's like I felt your teeth one time. It's a wrap. So we just about an hour into the show, right? And so we're talking about feeling teeth, right? The things being a wrap. Your love life don't have to be a wrap. Let me explain, right? Sometimes things are rough. Sometimes you make promises. No, some things are rough. At other times you make promises that you can't keep. Now you talk your shit. Sometimes you get a little too drunk, right? And you just catch yourself just limping through life. But just know that you don't have to worry about teeth. You don't have to worry about protection. You have to worry about teeth. You don't have to worry about limping through life again when it comes to Blue Chew. What is Blue Chew? Blue Chew just happens to be a little blue pill that can get you back your thrill. All you do is open up a pack and head straight to the sack. Just a few chews before you do. It has the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, so this is one opportunity you just can't miss. For very low cost, you can beat it up like a boss, and she will love how you come through like a champ when you Blue Chew in advance. And if you use my promo code of GSSS, that is Golf Sierra. It's like, right? You can get your first order of Blue Chew for free. Yes, for the free. $3.99. Pay for shipping and handling. First orders for free. That's it. No catch, no nothing. Use the promo code. That's it. And when it comes to Blue Chew, there's really only two directions. You chew it, and then you do it. Right? How you do it is your preference, right? If you're an 80s baby and you like Lionel Richie, then you're doing it all night long, right? You can do it that way, right? or you could be a '90s baby, right? And you're LL fan, and you're doing it well, right? Or you could fast forward and still '90s, I think.
Yeah.
So 90s, another era. You know, you could be, you can do it like you can act like Salt and Pepper, and you could do it in the butt, like either way. But my mind stays in the gutter. Listen, my mind stays in the gutter. That's why I speak in double entendres. That happens all the time. Right? But regardless of how you like to do it, let's remember that really is the only two instructions. And just like any other ones you've heard in the past, you know, you gotta, seek medical, consulting, whatever, blah. And third, if you have an erection for longer than 4 hours, then tell her to come back here because you're not done. That's it. I don't think she may complain. I mean, she may complain a little bit, but hey, you're drunk. It's Blue Chew. And ladies, listen, you can Blue Chew him too. Don't let him talk all that mess he was talking in the DMs and come by and give you a mediocre performance. No, tell him to pop that Blue Chew, and you turn that. She went that way.
See a girl walk out of here?
She went that way.
The blonde chick, she went back into place in there.
She went that way.
Back into place. I'm telling you right now.
All right.
I'm telling you right now. That was the girl that walked that way.
There was a girl that walked that way. That was her.
We're gonna find out right now. I'll take the blame. I thought I saw a girl just walk that way. Can we do trivia, please?
You know what? Let's go ahead and do some trivia. We're about an hour.
You guys want to jump into this?
We're about an hour into the show. I think it's about time for us to get a little trivia in here.
We're way past 10:37.
We're way past 10:37. MyT trivia.
What's the number?
Cocaine, straight from the living. It's the same numbers. I didn't get a chance to do any numbers yet. So I'll be speaking of a lot of numbers.
Alright, that's fine. Do your thing. I gotta put my kids' birthdays involved, so I'll get this.
In a minute. Welcome to MyT Trivia. It's the game show that is sweeping the nation. It's the best damn show at Sharkey's. Everybody loves it. Oh, that food smells good. What is that? What are you doing?
I'm dropping it down so that way.
Wow, I started it. I started it during the intro.
You're freaking lying here right now.
No, I did. I just started it. You saw me bring it out here and start it.
I thought you put it down. Okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
Started it during the intro. Now this one needs to be reset. That one was not meant to be this way. Okay. So, you guys know how this works. MyT Trivia. You pick a number. I give a question. If you get it right, you win a prize. That's how simple it works here.
Absolutely.
JR, alrighty. Let's go ahead and get you squared away. Alrighty. So, we are up to number. It's the same number as
what's
last
the range?
week.
I'm going off the roots right now.
So I think it's 251 if I have that written correctly. Now, there is one question that I did want to add in there, and that is a 250-second question. I did have one question that I know I wanted to add in there.
Okay. All right. So.
But wait, I'm gonna put it in there.
So 251.
So 252.
All right.
Call it 252.
Going
And
what?
hopefully, this will help. This will hopefully throw all the other numbers out of whack.
All right. I just didn't know how far it's going out. So
252.
that's the farthest it goes out. Or is that where it starts?
Oh, 1 to 252.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're gonna between 1 and 252.
252. Let me do.
33.
No, 33. Let me do. What's this Saturday coming up? This Saturday is coming up is.
What's it? Today's the 11th, the 14th.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, so the Saturday is the 14th.
So let me do 114.
114.
My aunt that passed away. That's her celebration day.
Ah, okay. There's irony here. Hold up. What the hell? Yep, there's irony here.
Okay.
Let me get the prizes out.
Oh God, I like your confidence.
Oh, listen, I know you know this one because it's a question from last week. It's just now in a different spot because I just added that one. I just added that one question in there, so it moved it to a different spot. You would have had a different question, which you definitely wouldn't have known. If the original 114 was still there, you won't know that question. But you definitely need this one.
All right, so if I get this question right, the next question is it a different question? The one you think I would get right?
It is the one right after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like,
all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, whatever you gotta say, go ahead.
Okay, so let's go ahead and ask you your question.
All right.
Did I find my prizes?
It's either Blue Chew or what? Words of beer. I mean, what do you? I love you, buddy.
Wait, I'm missing a bag. I am missing a bag. That means that I think it's in the car. Is it in the car?
Yeah,
No, I'm missing another. Oh, there it goes. Ah. There we go. There we go. The prize bag.
All right, let me see if I get this right, and then we'll go from there.
Oh no, listen. I know you're gonna get this right.
I like your confidence. Wow, you're the man.
Listen, as confident as I am that you get this one right, I am as equally confident the question that follows after that you'll get wrong.
And there's no so. I want to answer the next question. To be honest with you, I'll answer the one you're gonna give me.
Let me give you a double. Listen, you're gonna get a double header.
All right, that's fine. I'm gonna be here all night, so you know you got a lot of prizes to give away. So.
All right. Baseball players know the infield is shaped like this gem. Which,
Diamond.
there you go. See, told you. Told you. Okay, now your bonus question that you're not gonna get right.
All right. Do I lose if I get this
No,
right?
no,
Okay.
you're not.
Is it a double header?
Well, you know what? Let's do this.
All right.
Third question to balance it out.
All right.
To break the tie. Is it right?
Okay.
All right.
And we don't get a tiebreaker. Oh yeah. Music is coming for this one.
He's so excited right now. I love it. I love this kid. I love it.
Alrighty. What is the name of the pub that Flynn brings Rapunzel to in Tangle? Told you. The pub
Rapunzel's got the long hair. Yeah. I know who Rapunzel is.
Flynn brings Rapunzel to in Tangle.
guess right here. I'm not going to guess. I don't know. I'm going to say the Tangle Pub.
That's your final answer?
Yeah, I'm probably wrong.
You have failed this city.
Only answer though. Like I said, we usually get that. So now pick a number.
One more. Let's do. Can I do 122?
Yeah. 114 and
You won't have away the answer either. You gotta be a drug bastard. You gotta be a drug bastard.
Okay. You may know this one.
Okay.
I don't think anybody has gotten this, has even picked you before yet.
Okay.
It's another Disney question.
Okay.
What was Aladdin's first wish?
Copyright.
This is one of those weird ones. I feel like everybody knows it, but you have to think through the process.
Carpet. I'm still up on the first one, right?
No, this is the tiebreaker.
Okay.
This is the official tiebreaker.
Magic carpet ride. Yeah, it's in Magic carpet ride.
Did he wish for the carpet?
I think it is. It can't. Have it. It just didn't pop up. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's your final answer. And you say final answer.
You have failed this city.
Only someone talk about your answer. Carpet came out of nowhere. Carpet, you was answering. Carpet came out of nowhere. Remember, he's in the volcano. What happened? Like he gets the lamp. I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, Williams, yes.
And everything is going to
That's
crumble.
an iconic movie.
Everything's starting to crumble down.
Yeah.
Carpet comes out of nowhere and saves him.
That wasn't his wish, though.
Yeah, he didn't even make a wish yet. Carpet just happens to be a magical item that he discovers while there.
You can't give away the answer, though. I'm just curious. All right, so all right, by the internet, I want to know the answer.
Okay. I'll remember the answer to that.
All right, so freaking, I only got one right?
I was 1 out of 3 so far.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 3 out of 5.
Why not? Yeah, let's fucking no, I'm gonna. All right, I'll double it up. How about that?
Okay.
If I don't win, then I don't win.
Well, let's see. Let's see if we get some more money. Would you like to participate tonight?
I'm listening.
Alrighty.
Go ahead.
So pick a number between 1 and 252.
Okay. My birthday is 5/31. So I'll go with 31.
Okay.
Straight up 31.
We'll say from last week. Alrighty.
I with nobody. I got yelled at. I'm sitting
I
right here.
apologize for that. That was fun
No, you did the right thing. I'm sitting right here. Nobody can see me.
Okay. Oh. Is that 31? I have a feeling you know this one. What is the only sport to be played on the moon? That's your final answer?
Good fucking answer.
Do you want one of my prizes?
Why not?
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you a question about that moon thing. I worked at a country club, and this guy's name was Filipina. He was an Italian guy. He lived in the country inside of it. He designed the ladder when it stuck off the ladders at one giant step for man. He said NASA was giving budget. He said, how am I supposed to know there's a server?
This guy,
Wait, say that last part again? How was that supposed to
know?
know?
I know what the surface of the moon was going to be like. And it hit the ground. It was supposed to go all the way down, and it didn't go down. And
smart man.
Stepped off.
Oh, you just got the
He
best
said there are two
question in the
of
world.
them. One in the Smithsonian and one on the moon.
True. Okay.
Oh,
That's a fun fact. That's a fun fact.
all right. Well,
Let's get you a prize.
It's up to you, sir. Oh man.
Retirement plan for him back there?
What?
A retirement plan back there?
There's somebody else out there.
We're gonna get him to play as well.
Know the answer, man.
I'm looking for the other prize option. There we go. Okay. So pick your option.
Oh shit.
That there blue stuff, right?
Yes.
Salute you. Yeah.
Married. For 2 years. I don't need blue stuff.
Oh,
That's good. That's good.
You know what I gotta say? That's a real man right there. You don't need to have
Here's my
tricks.
theory. I've seen it when I was over there when I was 22. I know where it's at on 23. I know where it's at 24. I know where it's at on 6. Ain't going nowhere.
That's a good man.
It's gonna make me jump in.
Hey, you want to play? No, I like it. I like his answer.
Listen, that was one of those interesting ones. I was even interested that he added there about the Smithsonian and one in the moon.
Okay, I knew that shit. I can't. Why can't I get that question there?
Those easy. I feel like that always happens. It's always these. I feel like it's always that questions. Somebody gets like a really hard question.
You guys hold him?
Huh?
You guys hold him?
No,
I don't need those.
Listen, I gotta win. I gotta
I knew where it was.
win. I gotta get to my
I knew
coworker.
where it was. I was 24.
Now, literally, he's fucking got diabetes. He fucking it doesn't work for him. So,
But then
She's game, I'm game.
I would say
I'm gonna win it. I'm gonna win it.
because he could also use my promo code too. Then
What, for a prize?
Yeah, he's
It's sold,
fucking.
don't you think?
Listen, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win it legit.
it's a sponsor. So you know,
I'm just saying.
like I'm not trying to insult anybody. It's my sponsor.
It's just funny. You're just like, hey, man, that's good. Wow.
Yeah.
Like, how many motherfuckers I know don't shoot, don't work?
Hey man. Trying to get you fucking.
Well, I know you don't want any of those. Do you?
Huh?
So you don't want to play trivia?
Trivia. He already won. He won.
He won.
Yeah, he won.
Well, he won.
Come up here. We got. Oh, you got a culprit. You got a culprit. Come on.
Listen, I'll go to me then.
No, you got
You
this
know
one.
that.
Yeah.
So you know what?
You know me.
I'm gonna. So you know, let me do this then. Next time, I'm gonna find. I'm gonna find Italian trivia to add in. Watch.
Oh my god. Give him food. Give him a food question.
You know, let me see if I can find.
Questions is very easy.
Let me see if I can find one right
You
now.
know what I mean? So I know a lot of.
Let me go to my source. That's not my source.
You know what I mean? I like.
Well, what's your football? Is that soccer or is that football?
Soccer.
Yeah, that's what they say about football.
So.
Where are you from?
Oh,
Italy. Yeah. When you say, listen, when you say
Naples,
Naples, I think Florida. But you know what? I
No.
thought about
It's okay.
Naples when you
That's what I
said yeah. Who's your favorite soccer player?
Oh wait, it's not there.
Maradona.
I don't know who that is. I thought you were gonna say Messi or Ronaldo.
You know Maradona? You see?
If I saw
You
him,
see?
I don't follow
You know
soccer.
Pele. No.
Pele, yeah.
From
Okay.
Brazil.
Yeah, he just passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maradona is same like that. The two.
Is he better than Messi or freaking Ronaldo?
Ooh.
The guy you're talking about, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All around,
Yeah.
of all time,
I like 300 times.
of all time, he's better.
Yes.
Listen, I'm not gonna argue with you. That's fine.
No. So I'm saying.
They
There
say
are legends out there.
they say
Yeah.
Messi's the best ever because he won the World Cup. now.
Everybody said that.
Pele won it 3 times.
It's not true.
Huh?
Pele won it 3
It's
times.
not true.
Nobody's gonna compete to that. I give you 100% yes.
No, he's telling you right
It's
now.
not true.
The guy's telling you right now is this
It's a
as
good
good
player,
almost
yeah.
as good as Pele.
He's a good
Well,
player.
let me ask you this. I gotta ask you because
I would say
today
Pele
and
that I know.
when Pele
Pele is
beat
better than
Messi
both
and
all
they
of
were
them.
at their prime.
I know Pele better than Messi is better than Messi. Pele is better than
I will
Pele is the best player.
Messi
He's the best player in
Messi is
the world.
he just passed.
He's similar like Maradona. You know Maradona? From Argentina.
That's like asking the
Yeah,
question
yeah.
would Tiger beat
Yeah.
Nicholson right
Yeah.
now? I think Tiger would beat
Best
Nicholson.
player like
I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing.
Depends on how he's feeling. He's a really bad.
But it's also
The best
technology.
player.
Kicking a soccer ball, there's a lot more involved there.
Yeah, you're true. They're still. Game
All right, we gotta give him a good soccer question.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Soccer, I can make sure we get a good
All right,
soccer
you got
question.
you got a good question right though. You got to.
Alrighty. Let's find you soccer.
Pele and Maradona is the best player in the world. In the world. Messi, whatever.
Well, they say Messi and Ronaldo. They say Messi and Ronaldo.
Messi, Ronaldo is a good player. It's
Yeah.
not the best. It's different words.
All
Okay.
right, so
Good player.
So Pele is the best of all time. Who's second?
Maradona.
I don't know. I gotta see a picture of him.
Okay, this is actually a good one.
You got
This is actually a really good
You
one.
got this, buddy.
I'm glad. This is perfect.
Yeah.
I couldn't have found a more perfect question.
I can't help you, but you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get
Go
it.
ahead.
Okay. Who is the only soccer player in history to win 5 FIFA Balloons d'Or? And we have mentioned every one of those players that we've mentioned is a possibility. Because where I get my trivia from, like it's multiple choice.
Say it again.
Who's the? You know, and I have a feeling it's your guy.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's your guy. Ironically.
The question.
So I feel like because this also answers how great he is, the person he's probably talking about.
I don't follow soccer, so he knows the
Who is the
answer.
only soccer player in history to win? Hold on 1 second.
We won.
I want to make sure we get this right.
You got it, buddy. Either you're gonna get hot or you're gonna get drunk. I had to throw it out there. Yes, yeah, he loves it. He loves it. Yeah.
Assumption is you could.
You got it, buddy. You got this.
Okay, so who's the only player
Uh-huh.
to win 5
Uh-huh.
FIFA Balloons d'Or?
What's FIFA though? I know.
Messi.
It is Messi.
Good answer. Good fucking answer. Hey. All right. So he wins the prize.
You win a prize.
You choose it. What do you want? What do you choose?
Whichever one you want.
Johnny.
Whichever one you want. I got 5 prizes.
Hey guys, you want to do,
It's true, but it's not like
you guys
that.
want to do trivia?
The way the things is not like that. No.
Who we have coming up
We
here
got
next?
2 more guys. Guys, you want to do
Who's
trivia?
going to enjoy some trivia?
Come here.
Well, I have all kinds of categories.
One between 250.
That's 252. Okay, extra one. Okay.
Great answer.
If it's hip hop,
I get to help him if it's fucking hip hop.
You know what? I'll allow it.
There's so many. There's so many fucking else here.
I have that charisma.
Question. Okay. This one's a sports question. It's a local question.
Okay.
Which player was nicknamed the Spin Doctor?
Yeah, the company that matched.
Which player was nicknamed?
It doesn't tell what sport it is. Can you say what sport it is or no?
I said it was local. So it's specifically pertaining to Florida.
Well, that's a lot of sports.
Right now, he's just
All right.
at,
All right, I don't know. I'm stumped right now.
There's only so many sports that are even known
No, you got to pay. You got
for spin moves. legendary basketball player in Florida.
He's local, like that, right? I'll say MyT.
No, hip-hop.
Just state history with basketball. It's got to be the Miami Heat, obviously, I'm assuming. What?
Who's that answer?
Can I answer now? Liquid Heat. So.
That's what I was thinking.
Final answer?
That's who I was thinking. Morning.
What was the question?
Lonzo Morning.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking about.
You have failed this city.
What about Tim Hardaway?
Which Heat? Oh, not Heat. Which basketball player?
That was
What did I say? What did I say? Which player was nicknamed the Spin Doctor?
The Spin Doctor.
Speed does it.
I'm gonna say Tim Hardaway. Udonis has
Udonis has a kid, Dwayne Wade. I know he's old.
Tim Hardaway then. Overall,
Was the gold or
He came from Golden State. Tim
No.
Hardaway.
injured for 100 years? Everybody
no, give me a minute.
Ron Cycli. Was Ron Cycli the first?
I've never heard of him before.
I never, yeah.
Is he the first pick in Heat history? I think so. Because listen, there's also a trivia question in here as well too. So,
All right. Is it on me now?
it's actually on her.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come back around to it.
Go back around. It's you.
No,
Between
no,
1
you.
and 252.
I'm gonna pick 13.
13.
What is it? Friday the 13th? I mean, what's going on?
Second is over.
You got
Get in there. Get in there. We're getting there. All right, 13. Lucky number 13. Is anybody getting a free tattoo this Friday?
I want one.
I would love one.
Well, you.
But they're not free though, honey. No, they're not.
Oh, they're $13.
No, they're not.
From where? Where are they
You
talking
have
about?
to find the tattoo. Okay, so. Oh, I got no.
I know Timeless Tattoos off Riverside. That's where I get all my shit done.
Let me just make sure. I just want to make. It's not a free
No,
tattoo.
it's not 13.
I just want to make sure I'm saying this on air still. Okay, so every Friday the 13th, right? You can get, you can go to you have to find out who's participating. Like anything else, you have to find your participating dealers, and you can get a free tattoo from your local tattoo artist as long as it has the number 13 in it.
Oh, as long as it has no.
I'll get my whole
Yes.
back done with a number 13.
So
I got you.
yeah, so like my first and only tattoo I got when I was 31. I actually like, hey,
Where's your tattoo at?
right here.
Where? That's your only tattoo?
One and only tattoo.
You're such a beast. Wow.
Listen, 'cause that's about the size you get for free. You ain't gonna get. You're
My
not gonna.
last one was from my dad. I got this done.
Yeah, you're not gonna get that for $13, no matter where you put 13 in there.
I went to
Like I don't care if you can't get Thug Life 13 on your
I'm
stomach.
not a thug. I'm not a thug. No.
All right,
All right.
Go ahead.
All right. It's on me.
So-
question.
13. That's right. That's how we got here.
So it's on you then. Okay.
Okay.
Can I help her or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't give her a definitive answer, but I'll help her.
It's funny. Like these are really like the questions that came up last week.
He's
Just in a
fucking
different-
really hard right now.
Okay. No, because
Here's another answer.
this did come up last week.
John, come on in.
This is actually no. This is actually one of the ones that came up last week. You realize it?
Why?
That's okay.
Tired as
I
hell.
don't remember the question.
tired.
She's here. She's
Okay.
here like every other week. Yeah. I'll
Okay.
give her that.
Okay.
So we're going into bonus time.
Explain her
This is a hipology question. You heard this last week. Not you. He did. I know he definitely did.
All right. Okay. So I can help her, yes or no?
Yes.
Can I give her hints without giving her the answer? Okay. All right.
Because not for this question.
All right. I got
It's
you.
too,
Okay. Go ahead. That's fine.
it's too Michael Jackson. Black or white. Black.
Go ahead.
You better do the moonwalk next time you say that.
Hey, by the way, it was a great video.
It was. Yo, you know what's funny? We were talking about this a couple weeks ago. about how Michael Jackson's videos used to premiere on like NBC, right? Like they not on MTV, not on BET. Michael Jackson used to drop a single, and they would cut out 30 minutes of regular time at like 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock in our prime time and air a 20-minute long Michael Jackson video. We air a 15-minute long Michael Jackson video, and then we get like the 2-minute version for the radio. But his videos was forever because half of it he's just.
It's like a movie.
Are you having a stroke right now? What? Are you stuck? Are you stuck? No, he's fucking stopping the yard right now.
Don't forget what he said all the
All right,
time.
come on.
Don't forget what he said all the time.
Are you ready?
Ready?
All right.
Okay,
Give me girlie.
what does it mean to have Riz?
Say it again.
What does it mean to have?
Apology question.
What does it mean to have?
Say it again. Say it again. The question.
No, you said raves?
Riz. R-I-Z-Z. Let me know when you have your final answer.
I think we got it right. Yeah.
You have failed this city.
Okay. We're running out of time. We are out of time.
All right.
We're gonna do one last round for everybody. Vic, you gonna come play one last
What
round?
was the answer?
You gotta tell her, yeah.
What did you say?
I feel like Vic would have known.
What was
What was it?
We'll find out
What
next week.
was it? What was
Stay
it?
tuned for another episode of
What
Michael.
was it? What was it?
I'm gonna probably
What was the
pull
question?
the same.
I'll give you a different one. Space
Wait,
Shooter.
what was the question?
I'll get. What?
What was the question?
Well, oh, you probably know this. Okay, let's see if he answers this. But you still gonna get a different question though. What does it mean to have Riz?
What is it?
Love, rhythm, love.
He's wrong too. He's wrong too. But kind of two that way.
No, it's none of that. It's none of
Does
that.
that mean it's not bust a nut? I don't know. What the
No,
fuck?
no, no.
It's none of that.
You guys really want to like
Yeah, well, I know. You gotta say something. What the fuck is this?
charisma?
Oh, you gotta be hyper. I mean, charisma.
Charisma.
Shit.
All right.
All right, Vic, come up here. You're up next. All right,
Where you going?
Vic, pick a number between 1 and 252.
52.
Yeah.
Two.
Oh, 2.
Yeah.
99.
99?
What's up?
Okay. We're in the bonus hour of MyT. Where'd you next? I see you.
Yeah, he's
All right.
out of nowhere. Jesus.
Okay.
I usually do.
That's nothing wrong with it.
99. You should know this.
Yeah, man.
What is the professional football team in Florida? Can't help him, and guys. Just him. Just him. Let's finish.
Professional football team in Florida.
What is the professional football team in Florida?
No, I know. I'm gonna say
That's your final answer.
actually, I'm gonna yes.
That's your final answer?
It's a middle class team.
Wrong. No, wrong.
What was it?
It's just right.
Strikers.
I know. It's a football team. Who though? It's a layup question. There's three answers. There's three. There's
No,
three
you
answers.
said it's professional football
Yeah,
team in Florida.
exactly.
Yeah.
How many- there's
You
three. All of them are in the playoffs this year.
You said that.
No, he's right. All right, he's right. He's right. All right, he's right. He's right.
Yeah. What is the professional football team? Yeah, there's three.
Yeah,
This is one of my. You guys know I have layup questions.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say the soccer team.
She finally answered to you.
Shit.
I don't know.
I was gonna say
Hurricanes.
no.
Somebody did that one time.
Strikers. I was gonna say You said the professional football team.
Yourself a prize.
Whoever else.
But the question
You
is
go,
all right.
you go
The
inside.
question is all right.
I see you.
All right, who is it? Right
So who? Okay, so we've gotten Vic. Who's going next for the next
I'm
All right.
You're ready to go next? Okay.
where?
Same range. 252.
Let me do 22, my favorite number.
Mike,
Emmett
hey,
Smith.
hey,
All right.
Mike, today, what you
22.
know?
You know what?
Here, that's all time. Where's the number?
Okay. Only 2 points in Nick history to score over 44 points.
Guards.
Yeah.
Remember,
Hello.
okay, yeah. Do your
Jeremy Lin
You
is
got
one.
You got it.
Jeremy Lin and Maxi. Jeremy Lin and Maxi.
You got it.
Is that your final
Jeremy Lin and Maxi.
You have failed. You have failed.
Did I get one right?
have failed this
No.
city.
No, where's that?
Lynn Sanity never put up over 44 points.
I can tell you one of them.
Where's that?
Give me one.
Oscar. I can't remember his last
Oscar
name.
Robinson.
Yeah.
Not a Nick.
Oh, you said Nick Stairs?
Only Knicks players to score. This is
All right.
This is a
Let
specific
me get one
Knicks
more.
question.
All right.
I'm gonna have to go back around the room first.
And my brother's Nick.
And
He's my brother.
I'm gonna do 86. If they don't, nobody gets it right. I'm gonna do 86. 86.
52.
52.
You got one more chance.
All right, 50. Is in all sports. All right. You ready?
It's not Melo.
He was a star.
You said point guard. It's not Melo.
He was a star.
That's hard.
No,
And I
Derrick Rose.
And that was literally his nickname.
Derrick
Part of
Rose.
his nickname.
Derrick Rose was
He
there.
was a star.
Latrell Sprewell.
And he was even from New York.
RJ.
RJ Barrett.
So, okay,
RJ.
here we go. AKA Starberry. And the other one is the only player in basketball history to win 3 slam dunk contests.
Vince Carter.
Was
No.
ever
Now Levine. No.
Nick? This is a very good
Now
question.
Levine. What the hell's the other guy's
It
name?
wasn't RJ
He played for the
Barrett.
Magic.
No, RJ Barrett's like a rookie, bro.
And RJ's Barrett, and he's not a point guard.
Yeah, he's
Oh, Richardson.
Who?
Richardson.
Richardson.
I'm just saying Richardson's last name because you went all fucking the dunk guy.
But it's not him either.
It's not Vince Carter. It's not.
It's not Richardson. It's not Richardson. It's not.
Dr. Richardson. No.
Okay,
overtime.
so this is a spooky question. Sport,
You got Albert, yes or no?
No.
Okay.
She knows it.
You got
Like she can see the answer to this one. What number sits to the right 20 on a standard dartboard? So what number sits to the right of the number 20 on a standard dartboard?
I know it.
I think I have it.
What was the question?
I know it.
Dartboard. Going this way. What number is
So what
next
number,
to
what
the
number sits to the right?
Alright.
Don't answer. You guys will lose your second.
No.
Like, I'll give you more. You have 19 choices. That's it.
Alright, so stay to the right. Good guess. 5. I'm gonna guess.
said go
Go right.
right. Left is fine.
Yeah. So both way.
All right. So Vic, second chance. Did you go once already?
I didn't go at all.
Oh, so let's get you for your first chance. All right. Pick a number between
I need
one.
help with
I'm texting right now.
Okay. Pick a number between 1 and 252.
47.
47. Good number. That's a good number.
It's my favorite number.
Okay.
47. Yeah.
Now, see, she's gonna be upset with you. This is a Disney question. I got a lot of questions from this show. Wow. Okay. Who was the male singer? This character, obviously. I don't care about who he was in real life. Who was the male singer in A Whole New World?
I know. Oh my God, this is my time. I know this one.
Aladdin?
That's your final answer?
No, is that not the male singer? Like,
In Whole New World, who's the male singer?
he sings it to Jasmine.
That's your final
In
answer?
the movie, like, you're not talking about a movie named A Whole New World.
No, I'm
The
talking
song
about
from the movie,
It's a Disney question.
Aladdin is the one singing that song.
Final answer?
Yes, they're all three questions.
Who's Aladdin? It's a whole new world. All right. Prizes.
Oh, hell.
Okay.
Yo, hey, Sharkey. Let's go.
It's on him. I'm going next.
Pick a number between 1 and 252. 117. All right. Let's see what we have in store for you today. This is a music question. Pops. That's a pop culture question. What pop singer known as the Material Girl? Is that your final answer? That is correct. Do you partake? Okay. It's one of the last two options left. There you go. Perfect.
You know, the funny thing was, though, name the NFL football team and the guy said, I was going to say strikers. I'm going, really? Really? That was like 1995 or something, wasn't it?
They came back for a few years.
They've been going for a few years. Yeah.
Because he wanted to use, you see, that's how you get, he was going to go cute with it and then get it raw, knowing that's not one of the active teams. That's funny. That's funny. Alrighty. I don't know where he's at, but
You know, the other questions. Hard questions.
you know what? I get those questions, those Knicks questions. I get directly from the game. Every Knicks game, they have a Knicks trivia and just add it to the list.
What you want to do with your list? I'm not trying to tell what you do, though. You know, your numbers, you want to change them. Can't you just like program and just hit the button and change all the numbers and just switch them around like that, or the questions?
I don't have something for that yet. I have looked it up, and
I have no idea how to do that.
Oh no! Listen. I've looked it up. I've looked up how to do it too. Yeah. I have to do some mini programming. I need a good 4-day weekend for that one. So maybe I could get halfway through this weekend, but I need a good 4-day weekend of nothingness.
Yeah, brother.
All right, you have a good night. You say until next time. Okay, let us continue to roll up and roll out. Let's take a look and see how long that trivia segment went and see if we need to switch over feed yet. No, look like we're still good. Okay, because we're gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna wait till Tony come back. And when he come back, we'll give him the last question of the evening, and then we'll go ahead and we'll finish this up, right? But since we're doing trivia, I guess this would be a good time if we have to go back and forth and talk about fans, right? Right, like just overall fandom. And there's so many different fans out there, right? There's so many different kinds of fans out there, and I really want to say that out of all of them, there's really only one fan that really winds my teeth, right? Like, really, and I think for a good portion of us, I think it's maybe an age thing. It really bothers us more than anything else. I don't know. I can't really speak for the other younger, more faithful, fans out there. I really can't speak for them.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of messages.
I don't know.
What's going on?
I've been to like all the historic shit.
People are finally responding to my raunchy messages. So I really can't speak for them. But I do know how a lot of my peers feel. And I still feel that there's really only one set of fans that is truly bothersome. Right? And we understand, like, there's a lot of different reasons, and I picked this up from here, right? There's a lot of different reasons people become fans, right? You may become a fan of a team because of your parents, right? Like, your parents are a fan of this team, so I'm a fan of this team. Like, for instance, I know a series of Buffalo Bills fans, and they now live down here in South Florida. They have children. They've been raising their children as Buffalo Bills fans. Like, so we can see the people be fans because of their, because of who their parents like. For myself and these two individuals, parents, and for a lot of individuals, you become fans based off of your region or what state you're in, right? And so ultimately at the time, it's a Knicks fan. Like I always tell people that if Brooklyn Nets were a thing when I was coming up, I probably would have been specifically a Brooklyn Nets fan. While my cousins that grew up in the Bronx would have been Knicks fans, and we would have been beefing like that, right? As much as we already beefed over Jets and Giants and Yankees Mets. That would have been something else, but the Knicks always solidified us, right? So you can be fans because of your region, you can be fans because of whatever state that you're in. Most of those individuals, right? Parents, regional fans, state fans, a lot of those fans, right? Within those groups, there are diehard fans. They live, they breathe, they eat, they sleep, they shit, they fuck with their team, right? And don't act like you don't fuck with your sports. That sometimes your sex schedule is not based around your sport events. Like, hey, let's go tailgate. Hey, we're all sauced up from tailgate. Let's go home and squeak. Right? You're drinking too much? You're like, damn, shit. Jay, I had too much to drink. God damn it, come on. I'm trying to kick this in. That's where Blue Chew comes in. Don't forget, that's exactly where Blue Chew comes in. Don't forget, use my promo code of GSSS. You can get your very first order of Blue Chew for free. Don't forget, Blue Chew is just a simple chewable form of Viagra and Cialis. And listen, it's for the ones that want it and the ones that need it. The ones that pull it too hard, sometimes you're like, hey, yo. The ones that just want to go from 6 rounds to 12 rounds, But whether you need it or you want it, we're all trying to be the pound for pound. Or the pound town. Then take it round and round. You guys know.
John.
So,
Still John. What a gentleman.
Trying to see if that was drinks coming out here for me. Right? So
I still think you should have done the fucking medical trivia. I'm just saying, you have at least one participant.
well, I have multiple questions. They're all in random. You just have to pick a number and hope that you
69.
69.
That's not a medical question.
Right?
That's definitely not gonna be a
number.
I'm sorry.
See, that was not a medical question, but what sport uses a net, a racket, and a shuttlecock?
A shuttlecock.
Shuttlecock.
Oh, I gotta clarify. Please hold.
I know the answer.
Badminton.
Some of them are.
I heard yes. That individual that helped, they were right.
I didn't know I was
All you heard was shuttlecock. I'm like,
Listen, that's a
it's a
perfect.
pilot who's an asshole.
Listen, that's the perfect question for a 69 question.
I agree.
There you go. Yes.
But those are the kind of answers. But like I said, we do range. We have questions about hipology or slang. We have Disney questions. We have medical questions. There's all kinds of questions in here. You just have to find them during the segment. So what we do, I come here every single Wednesday, and I start the trivia segment at 10:37, and we did a little bit. We went into a little bit overtime. It's generally a half an hour segment.
Apparently it says it's Disney questions in there. Yeah.
There was after you left. After you left, there were 3 Disney questions picked back to back to back.
Yeah, man, I love this.
Listen, one question was who was the male singer for A Whole New World? Another one was see exactly. Another one was what was Aladdin's first wish? Right?
Oh, to get out of the cave.
Wrong.
Yep.
No, that was not his first wish.
Technically, that's true. It's just that he tricked the genie.
Yes, exactly.
Technically,
Yes.
but that's not one of the. But that's not one of the wishes that counted against his talent.
all of the above.
He got out of the cave.
You're right, but that's not one of the wishes that's not the first wish that goes against his talent. So the one that
That
actually,
was his first year.
so the one that,
Everyone knows
so the
it.
actually wish that brings his body count down. It's the only time you can get it down.
Keto.
What was the third Disney question?
I can't remember. I'm giving you 2 out of 3.
What's the name of the movie Lion King?
Wow. Thanks, John.
I'm trying to help.
Very useful.
Or-
I'm trying to help.
What can you find?
Okay.
I mean, if you want a Lion King one,
Well,
what can you find Scar eating shortly after he kills Mufasa?
Probably a hyena.
Yeah. No.
Mufasa.
Say again.
Ew, gross.
What do you find Scar eating after he kills Mufasa? You ironically find him eating Mufasa.
That means when he got his trampled body and ate it.
Yeah.
Gross.
See, there's all kinds of fun questions in there. You just gotta find them, and that's the fun part.
The fighting.
All sports.
What was Mickey Mouse's first name?
What sport?
Mickey. No. Not Mickey.
I'm sorry. That
It changes to Mickey.
Did I have that somewhere? I've seen that. I've seen that. I've seen that at one point in time. I'm gonna have to add some Mike Tomlin questions in here just for GP. Like is Mike?
Name the coach that has 16 winning seasons.
Listen, people.
That's it.
I love it.
Mike Tomlin. Jeez.
Never had a losing season
Not one.
in his career.
And he's still only what? That's their 3rd head coach in history. Is it 3rd or 4th?
69 years. Yeah,
Third.
third. That's my team.
And that's that's gonna be that was one of my questions today. Is Mike Tomlin the how you have all these unwritten rules of sports, right? So is he the
And it didn't have
unofficial coach of the culture? Like, you know what I mean? Like, does the culture automatically like because I can't think of any other reason for me to even pay attention to Pittsburgh any point in time over the last 16 years, right? I'm not a fan of them. I'm not from. Yeah, so you know what I mean? It's like I'm not from there. I'm not a fan of them, right? Outside of knowing that they did the Rooney Rule, which probably would have just had me being sympathetic for them, like. But it's been Mike Tomlin, like, hey, yo, let me see, because when they hired Mike Tomlin, it was like, oh, let us see, and ever since then, he has non-hidden, does not miss, had the. Before he had the quarterback.
3.
Mhm.
And 2. Now they are both 9 and 8.
Mike Tomlin
He
did.
should be coach of the year.
He did a hell of a coaching job. He did a hell of a coaching job. And
Find a way to lose or win. Like Bill Cowher said years ago, it wasn't pretty.
and if you again, like I can understand if people want to blame the offensive coordinator or talk about it, I'm like, great. That still does not talk anything about Mike Tomlin's coaching job, which he has done like you there's I don't care how you feel about the Steelers, right? Whether you like them or you don't, whether you're a Ravens fan and you're, you still have to look at it like, oh, they did a pretty goddamn good job. Like, listen, as a Jets fan, I hate to admit, for a point in time this season, the Miami Dolphins were doing a heck of a job and had me worried that that they were actually going to be a respectful team, and very slowly they came back down to earth, and I'm like, I think it was the first week bounce I'm about to see.
That's my biggest headache this year. We didn't lose to the Jets. I think game 1. But we didn't win.
Right, it's not gonna be deterrent.
And now we're out of the playoffs.
And you also what week did you guys face us? That was week.
I better have a question.
I'm gonna come to you. What week did you guys play the Jets?
It was they were on a 3-game winning streak.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you know that. I'm gonna let you know one thing. Don't be so upset about losing to those Jets. I know, but
Only in hindsight. Only in hindsight.
no, I know. Actually, I have to remember because those in highlight because when you bring it for like the Jets have a look like hot trash by the end of the season, but at that point in time in the season, and when you guys played them, oh no, we were on fire. and also, we also had our biggest weapon. There's a running back for the New York Jets, Bryce Hall.
He was out like week 4, week 5.
Like he is literally the next stud. As long as he stays healthy, he's gonna be one of those next. The Jets found their Saquon Barkley, or they found their Ezekiel Elliott. What's that?
Najee.
Oh, Najee's a beast. No, but I'm saying. Yeah, I'm just saying like yes. So they were he was because he was putting up 100. He was I don't remember what game, but he was on one of those games. He put up 100 and 100 receiving and 100 rushing. Something weird like that, I think.
Let's go to the Super Bowl champions of the Detroit Lions.
They should. They're the best team never to even get in the playoffs.
Exactly.
This year, yeah, they should have.
So good. They lost and they found a way to win and they kept winning.
All right, can we?
Don't put your finger at me. I'm just saying.
Hey,
I said it out loud.
I like Dan Campbell.
I don't care about who's like. I'm just saying.
How about this? Can you do NFL trivia on there? Can you separate your questions?
I know nothing about the Detroit Lions, but they lost. And you understand? They are number 1 in the red zone in scoring.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions.
Can we do strictly NFL questions? Can you set that up? I don't care about winning a prize. I just love trivia.
I can't, unfortunately.
Can you give me a range of questions?
It's just me, like, because what you asked me for, I wish I could do.
All right. I get one more question, right?
Because it would help me search for. It will help me get to questions.
My NFL trivia is so knowledgeable.
All right, so let's hope we do a quick trivia question. I gotta put some NFL questions in. 252.
Let me do 18 for my son's birthday.
18 was not called last week. But this one is super easy. You know.
So,
But maybe you don't. Let's see.
Okay, I'm not scared.
Let's see. It could be one of those ones that maybe you haven't been paying attention to. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you're unsure. I would have to think about this for half a second. Really picture it in my head. What color are the goalposts in football?
Yellow.
Yes.
Yeah.
was an
It's a
easy one.
football.
So, hey, and it's a football question. See? It is a football question. There you go. But yeah, so that's another. I guess easy one depending on who you ask.
All right. You can't look up on there. Don't even tell me a number. All right. So I gotta guess another number. I like it.
I'm gonna cut it right there, and I'm gonna continue to move forward through the rest of the show. Right
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Because like I said, I reserved the
Are
last
you out of
question.
freaking prizes?
Oh well, we only have one prize left.
Oh, don't tell me. Oh my God. This guy. Oh God.
That's the last prize left. Let me see how many prizes we gave away today. We gave away 5 prizes today. That's what's up. That's what's up.
No, but what you got to do is you got to do you got to do like you got to do like Jeopardy type things, like categories like football.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what's coming, right?
I'm excited.
I'm gonna tell you what's coming. I'm gonna start doing coops. You seen that where they have that game
Oh yeah.
and you have to answer questions. Well, you do it on your phone. And I have
That's the way to do it. Absolutely.
so I can get a group of y'all in there once and put in 10 questions in there and have whoever answers these series of, because I can break this whole entire thing down into 20 different group games.
I think it's fun when you talking. To be honest with you.
That too.
Yeah.
But I'll still be able to ask you guys the questions as they pop up, because I'll see them as well. Because I'll be seeing them with you guys. I'm like, okay, and then you guys start answering, and then because when you guys even run out of time, or the last person answers the question is when I hit next and move on to the next question. So it isn't so much like the bar one, where the bar one is automated, so it automatically goes from question to question. I have to control a portion of it. So you guys heard it here first. 11 on the half moon, Cahoots is coming. And then that way we'll see. I mean, I do 2, maybe 3 rounds, maybe 4 rounds of Cahoots. It's like 40 questions. Yeah, we're gonna get the Cahoots going soon. All right, let's continue. Right? Like I said, we love all the fans of the show, and I do appreciate everybody that listens and participates. What we're gonna do here, real quick, we're gonna take ourselves a little quick break. We're gonna switch over the feed for the individual and podbean. As you guys know, with the calling line, we have to reset it about every 2 hours. I know it's a little annoying, and you guys are wondering, like, hey, you gotta find a better carrier. It just is what it is, and. Listen, I know most people don't like commercials. This one is named dear to my heart. So, do it for a minute.
This team to win championships, become famous. They join because there is important work to be done, and only some able to do it. They are brighter, better educated, led, and equipped than any team in history. They are doctors, lawyers, engineers, technologists, and combat troops, all prepared for whatever comes their way. You'll find them when the lights don't flash, and the only contract they sign is with themselves and their country. One day, they may be asked what they did to make a difference in this world, and they can respond, I became a soldier.
Okay, we are back on MyT Sports Podcast. We have our phone line back up, and everybody is set and good to go again. Okay, let's continue to get into this, right? Let's continue to talk about fans of the show, fans of sports. There's so many different ways that we come into our fandom, right? That's it. Either like some of us come into our fans because of our parents. Some of us become fans because of our region and our state. Right? In those groups of fans, you have diehard fans that live, breathe, eat shit, sleep, and even fuck along with your fandom. And just you guys have done this. I remember. I tell the story to the day. I remember in the playoff game. And he trying to turn down Booty. And while it worked for like the first half, the second half of the game, it did not work itself out. And basically, you just end up watching a sporting event doggy style. Like it happens.
And he's like, no, just like.
But there really is. There's only one group of fans, maybe two groups of fans, and I feel like they're like two halves of the same thing. That really bugs us, right? But it's those. I don't like any team fans. All I like is players. Like I don't have a team that I'm a fan of. I don't like any one particular team. I just like players. You guys are cowards. You can't commit. I'm sorry. I said it. You guys are cowards. Like I don't care. You don't want to commit to one team. So what happens when Giannis isn't having a good game tonight? You can go and have your own love in and root for Tatum, man. No. You guys are cowards. You guys are the worst cowards of them. Like, I would slightly take the bandwagon fan, right? That's like, yo, my team this year is the champion from last year, or whatever team is hot this year. Not the, oh, I like this, I'm a root for this, I like this. Like, no. Because we don't like bandwagon fans either, right? But you guys, no team, I only like player people. You guys are just cowards. You really are. Attach yourself to a team. Commit to somebody and like them. Live, breathe, eat, and shit with them. Take on their rivalries, hate with them.
It was always one of those when we separated from it. It was like,
no, I just want to be fans of a player. That's the part that gets me, because that's really what you miss out. Like, you don't really have a rivalry. Like you only like player guys. Like what happened? Like you don't have no rivalries. Then you can like Giannis and like Joel Embiid, and then when they play, you have no interest in. You just I just want to see both. No, I want to see one of them bust out the one's ass. Be a fan of Philly. Or be a fan of Milwaukee Bucks. And stay there. It's okay. I understand. It's the whole LeBron era. It's what he has allowed you guys to do. And also I also blame the team of your region, because that means that your team sucks so bad they did not earn your loyalty. Which is what they're supposed to do, is just to earn your loyalty. So does that mean like something that they weren't because you wouldn't just give them loyalty from being in an area. You weren't giving them loyalty because your parents was a family. You decided like, you know what? I'm gonna just debunk all this and I'm just gonna like the players all over the place. Now, listen, I'm gonna tell you that you're not only wrong, but your process is incomplete. And that's really what it is. And I don't want to play you wrong. It's just that your process is incomplete. You can be a fan of a team and enjoy watching other players perform, but not like that player, not like that team. And when you play that team, you want your team to bust that team's ass. When they do, you rejoice. When they don't, you cuss, you fight, and you're solid. Feel it with them. But see, this isn't even a bandwagon fan. At least attaches himself to a team for a while and fully embraces that team. Ooh. I remember. Those were disgusting then too. Fully disgusting. Segment's over. Son of a bitch. Sorry, guys. So I remember you guys back in the days. You guys were horrible. And This is the problem. You guys have now gone from Cleveland to Miami, back to Cleveland. Now you're in LA, and some of you would never even could even picture yourself being an LA fan because you like LeBron so much. You actually found a way to not like Kobe. Let's know that most Lakers fans don't like the LeBron factor. So you still have a rivalry within your own fan base. You guys have a civil war going on. It smells good. I don't know if it's pizza I keep smelling. Jeez, it smells good. Okay. You guys really have to let's pick a team. Just pick a team already. Honestly, just pick a team already. It bugs me that you guys don't have. I don't know who else it bugs. Like whichever fan bases, whichever kind of fan it bugs, but it bugs me that you guys can't, that you guys don't have a team. Because where do your rivalries lie? Like where do your lines lie? Like even you gamblers, right? Even you guys are kind of quirky to me, right? I like to participate in the event, but without the full love of it, like, how do you know the tendencies? I understand like your emotions are tied into your money directly, but just imagine doubly when it's tied into your money and your team and your favorite player. Well, and your favorite team. Your favorite player on your favorite team, right? On your hometown team.
Yeah, no, I'm saying me.
With other fans around you. Now, mind you, I know you're saying like, yo, Tim, you in South Florida, you don't have any supportive fans. I do, but I don't. New York is everywhere, baby. But I could find 500 fans right now with a you know what I mean? But I like being the villain in where I'm at. It's a whole lot better. Right? I'm gonna tell you this. While some people want to celebrate with 1 million people, I think I want to celebrate alone or with 200. But I have the opportunity to talk shit to 1 million people. I don't want to be 1 million people ganging up on one person. Nah. I like to be that one person that is looking all those million of people in their eye and talking that shit. But yeah, I know I'm here. Oh, I stand by myself. Talk soft and I carry a big. You understand? Stick. The phrase is stick. So I'm not worried. I embrace that environment. But you don't get that. You don't get to be the it's like Chris and it's Chris Sharkey. Everybody hates everybody kind of hates you guys. Like I said, you guys are annoying too. You guys are really kind of annoying too. Like every other you switch teams more times than Ryan Fitzpatrick. Like what if you was a Ryan Fitzpatrick fan? Are you really telling me you would have been a fan of 17 different teams? Because listen. What makes you sound ridiculous? Because I enjoy Ryan Fitzpatrick. I really, honestly do. I enjoy watching him play. I enjoy his flair. I enjoy making fun of him. And when he was with my Jets, I enjoyed him for the time he was with us. I enjoyed it for the times he weren't with us. Not a fan of 17 teams. Haven't been a fan of 17 teams over how many years? Like, no, you sound how ridiculous you sound. By not picking a team, always going by jumping team to team, or just picking players. You literally say, you know what? I'm gonna root for a third of the league and hope that this third of the league that I've been rooting for wins. I'm telling you. That's that 8th place participation trophy winner mentality right there. That's exactly what that is. That was 8th place participation trophy like mentality. That's what that is. Pick one. Get there. Now, for some of these other fans, Cardinals fans, you guys just fired your head coach. Just got rid of right? And Kyler Murray now is already injured. And now you have to try to find the head coach to fit for Kyler Murray. But is it just me, or was this coach supposed to be the coach for Kyler Murray? Didn't they move heaven and earth to get this coach in there, right? And then didn't that coach move heaven and earth to make sure that he drafted his guy with the #1 pick? This is supposed to be his guy. So how come they can't win suddenly? And why are they suddenly looking at, okay, it's the coach? You know why? Kyler Murray is going to start falling into that category of he's going to go through a couple of coaches trying to find a way to win with him. Because you can see Arizona doesn't have the foundation, right? They don't want to build the culture that's going to be necessary to coach this young man, unless they do it with this next coach. But they are really leaving that option out there where Kyler Murray can not only just have this coach fired, he's going to get this next coach fired, and probably have Kyler Murray probably end up having at least 3 coaches before he leaves Arizona. If they don't get this right, he would have 3 coaches before he leaves Arizona. Just paid him. So that's probably the only reason why they didn't get rid of him. Imagine if they didn't give Kyler Murray this money, and he had now got in. They would have let Kyler Murray go. And we're still talking about. Damn it! I always say his name. He has a tongue twister to me. I'm sorry. Kingsley. But the one time I'm trying to, not Jack Fisher. Stop it. All right, there we go. Kingsbury. There we go. What's his first name? Cliff Kingsbury. Right? So, I guarantee you, if Kyler didn't just get paid, and this same scenario played out without Kyler Murray just getting his big old contract, we're talking about them either getting rid of Kyler Murray or franchise tagging him while keeping Kingsbury. Cliff. Kingsbury. I don't know why I call him Kingsley. Kingsley. Oh my God, Chilla will love this one. You know Chilla, my senior Cleveland correspondent. Yeah, he would absolutely love the way that I mispronounce Memphis Wax and Phoenix. 109 to 81. 28.3. 8 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the fourth.
Yeah, I'm sure your mashed potatoes are fucking.
It's going to be interesting, right? Because it's unexplainable, right? Or it's unknown what Arizona's future is going to look like. There's a couple of head coaches that may be available. Again, if Cliff wasn't your guy, and Cliff was the guy that was brought in here to tank for you, to go out and get you. If Cliff isn't the guy for Kyler Murray, then who is? Sean Payton? Because we know Sean Payton is out there. Right? I forgot. There was a couple of black coaches that just got released as well. Right? So I know like they're out there as well if they want to give them out to you. All right, John, appreciate you. Have a good night. But now it's going to be which direction are they going to go to try to make Kyler Murray healthy, right? Successful again. Because things were working for a while, and then right around the same time that the rumors came out that Kyler Murray has poor study habits, and around the time that he got his contract, and it was said that there was going to be a study clause in his contract, and then taken out, we've seen this team really take a downward spiral. So I guess the next question is going to be, what do they do about how long before they consider letting go Kyler Murray? That's really what the question is. How long before they can really consider
But not like a misogynist.
No,
He's a dumb idiot.
letting go of Kyler Murray?
Not his penis has been anywhere near because I guarantee
Oh, just like
I don't know that,
10 more times. Just like Eric.
Next other fan base, and we talked about them to an extent, it's Steelers fan base. Right, I already asked my question. Is Mike Tomlin the unofficial coach of the coaching? Does the culture fuck with Mike Tomlin just because, like, you understand? It's because he's Mike Tomlin. And obviously he's black and he has done 16, 17 years of winning in the NFL and great representation. Is Mike Tomlin really that unofficial guy for us? And I do mean this wholeheartedly. No tongue in cheek. I really do, because I said I find myself always kind of keeping an eye on Pittsburgh, always peeking in on what they're doing and seeing.
Dude, that is him. It's like, dude, I'll tell you in 5 minutes. He will walk up to you exactly 5 minutes ago. You said 5 minutes.
In 4 minutes.
I'm making fucking beef Wellington for the family.
You know
Pump
what?
the brakes, buddy.
That means
So I said, let me get out of bed.
gotta end this podcast in the next 3 minutes. Yeah, I'm not gonna deny my sister that you said. So I wonder on how everybody feels, more so how we feel that aren't Pittsburgh fans, how we feel that are non-Pittsburgh fans about Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? Not even so much Pittsburgh Steelers. How do we feel about Mike Tomlin? Like, I really am curious. You guys start letting me know. Hit me up in the comments, right? Let me know what team you are a fan of, and this is how you feel about Mike Tomlin. Right? Good, bad, indifferent, respect, don't respect, disrespect, no respect, gun check. Like, how do you feel about him? Like, let me know what's going on, Pep. What's going on?
So I remember I told him, my husband.
Lastly, we're gonna end this show on with JJ Watt. And what we do, like, we'll talk about my beef with my association on Friday. Right? We'll still see if I'm beefing my Friday. and I will talk about our Watt on Friday show. Lastly, this JJ Watt thing. Recently, now JJ Watt is going to retire. We saw when JJ Watt was announcing his retirement, he got a nice little thank you and respect homage from a lot of the GOATs in and out of the game. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. I can't think of any more of the rest. I want to say Drew Brees, maybe. I can't remember. I want to say Taylor Warren's but that's got a nice little respectful homage to a lot of players that are in and out of the league, right? Giving him respect and definitely giving him his flowers. So definitely going to do the show by giving JJ Watt his flowers on an illustrious and amazing career that we only wish we could have seen more of, because we know that the only thing that ever stopped him was injuries, and even that barely stopped him at times. So big shout out to JJ Watt. Much respect on your career. Right? Would really have loved to see if you would have got a chance to join your brother in Pittsburgh. Right? But either way, man, much respect to you on your next endeavor. This is Talent Omar Taylor with the MyT Sports Podcast. And we are out of here.